Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, January 4th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 598 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Poll, 4 in 10 in GOP say January 6th was very violent. Heart surgeon explains every common tool he uses during operations. Hundreds have been stranded on I-95 in Virginia for more than 12 hours, and they're running out of fuel, food, and water in frigid conditions. Paternity test reveals Tristan Thompson fathered third child as NBA star apologizes to Khloe Kardashian. Rachel Maddow has a blunt question for the Republican Party about Trump's kids. CNN reporter stunned as Trump supporters rattle off bonkers conspiracy theories. Lauren Boebert jumps to Marjorie Taylor Greene's defense over Twitter ban and it doesn't go well. First Cambodian-American mayor in U.S. takes office. January 6th attack posed loyalty test for Indiana Rep. Greg Pence. Why are so many vaccinated people getting COVID-19 lately? The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Motorists stranded for hours along I-95 after winter storm causes havoc and leaves more than 400,000 without power, CNN. Says 2022 Hive blog, Samsung Galaxy S21 FE, LG Alt Evo TVs, smart contact lenses and more, Tom's Guide. Big rockets, massive asteroids and more space highlights for 2022, The New York Times. New fire at South Africa's parliament contained, BBC News. U.S. reports over 1 million new daily COVID cases as Omicron surges, CNBC. Federal judge blocks the Defense Department from punishing Navy forces who refuse the vaccine, The New York Times. Betty White's hometown to honor her with Betty White Day on birthday, TMZ. Children's hospitals across the U.S. are reporting pandemic high hospitalizations as doctors say vaccinations for kids are critical, CNN. Shed fire on land of cult Ida's cause of devastating Colorado blazes that destroyed 1,000 homes, The Independent. James Webb Space Telescope, everything is hunky-dory, BBC News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Rep. Dan Crenshaw shreds idiot Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene as feud escalates. Violent conflict expert predicts possible right-wing dictatorship by 2030, if not sooner. Rep. Eric Swalwell issues chilling warning about 2022 midterms. Sheep, goats dip into COVID vaccine debate with giant syringe formation. Rep. Boebert jumps to Rep. Greene's defense over Twitter ban and it doesn't go well. Stephen Colbert reveals the unseen January 6th Trump footage he hopes comes out next. Trump could be hit with seditious conspiracy charge, former U.S. prosecutor says. Nasty toilet tragedy leaves the office horrified in previously unseen clip. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Dad killed as he carried daughter's birthday cake. Patients get protections from surprise medical bills. PD, man wanted for kidnapping ex, shooting her. Driver sues Uber after passenger shot him. Woman still unresponsive after 2019 flu diagnosis. Video shows townhome explosion. 4 endangered whooping cranes killed in Oklahoma. Iowa's record-setting twins mark third birthday. Almost 600 Amazon packages found dumped in Oklahoma company. Woman dead, firefighter injured in fire. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Faced with questions about forced labor in China, the IOC is tight-lipped. Chasing the night parrot, the ghost bird of Australia's outback. Why Silicon Valley cannot escape Elizabeth Holmes. Wordler is a love story. Federal judge blocks the Defense Department from punishing Navy forces who refuse the vaccine. The Capitol Police and the scars of the January 6th riot. What does marriage ask us to give up? Parents grapple with Omicron as open versus remote schools debate continues. Our broken electoral system created the Capitol riot. Imagine it's 2024, and Republicans are declaring Trump president. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Democrats brought us a year of fear in 2021. In 2022, let us be not afraid and reclaim our American spirit. Document Prince Andrew claims prevents lawsuit is released. I-95, drivers trapped for hours on Virginia interstate as temperatures drop during the overnight. Rep. Jim Jordan, Democrats are trying to destroy every principle. Physician writes that COVID-19 tests should be available for people who need them most. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes found guilty on 4 of 11 charges. Greg Gutfeld, the media now appropriates the pain of real victims. 1 year later, why January 6th still erodes our democracy. Tucker Carlson, what our leaders have done to young people is unforgivable. Biden once called Trump's COVID-19 testing push a travesty, faces own criticism. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, January 4th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Parents should give children lessons every day after school, says Superhead Catherine Burbalsing. Keir Starmer backs knighthood for Tony Blair. Father of 3 begs others to get COVID jabs after spending Christmas in intensive care. Rosie Green, I swapped Spanx for self-esteem. COVID UK, London's roads are barely busier than last January. Psychologist reveals 15 questions to see if you've really met your life partner. Lateral flow fury at pharmacy counters, staff suffer aggressive abuse, warns health industry boss. Premature baby declared stillborn by Brazilian doctors turns out to be alive. We're still paying the price for Tony Blair's vanity, greed and folly. 6 NHS trusts in England declare critical incidents amid COVID staffing crisis. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. There was an epidemic of coups in 2021. The new year hasn't cured the political turmoil. Suspected militant accused of beheadings killed in Indonesia. Zimbabwe journalists mourn passing of editor Aidan Wetherell. Man arrested for faking online sale of Indian Muslim women. Albanian wanted over police killing arrested in Germany. GitHub shuts down Indian website auctioning Muslim women. Hong Kong's Lam, media closures unrelated to press freedom. China Evergrande's $300 billion cash crunch is deepened by demolition order. Emily in Paris portrayal of shoplifting Ukrainian is insulting, culture minister complains to Netflix. Brazil's Bolsonaro hospitalized with abdominal pain, floats possibility of surgery. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Our New Year's resolution for 2022, to rise up and fight back Bernie Sanders. The U.S. military is polluting Hawaii's water supply, and denying it. Wayne Tanaka. COVID Live News, U.S. sets global record of 1M daily cases, Delhi imposes weekend curfew to curb Omicron spread. Ohio student sues coaches for allegedly forcing him to eat pizza against religion. Damn it, beavers head north to the Arctic as tundra continues to heat up. Novak Djokovic secures medical exemption to play in Australian Open. Double defector who returned to North Korea struggled financially in South. Elizabeth Holmes trial, jury finds Theranos founder guilty on 4 fraud counts. U.S. reports global record of more than 1 million daily COVID cases. As an American in Paris, I love Emily's vinegary take on the City of Light. Caitlin rocks Gunther. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Cops rolling Capitol attack divides Virginia town with ties to Confederacy. School, work, travel can wait as snow blanket the U.S. Capitol. Teachers at Culture War frontlines with January 6th education. U.S.-led coalition, attack with 2 armed drones foiled in Iraq. China denies U.S. report it's rapidly growing its nuclear arms. Watch, pandas enjoy the snow at Smithsonian National Zoo. Virtual inauguration after new Florida mayor gets COVID. Man found dead in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. New cruises in Brazil suspended amid spread of Omicron. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Djokovic gets COVID jab waiver for Australian Open. Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos founder convicted of fraud. Bully by, Indian man arrested for fake auction of Muslim women. Bee farming, police stung as beekeepers protest in Chile. Hong Kong, activist gets 15-month jail term for Tiananmen vigil. China, Xi'an residents in lockdown trade for food amid shortage. Top U.S. phone firms agree delay of 5G rollout. Apple becomes first firm to hit $3 trillion market value. Pushpa, why a song calling out men is under fire for sleaze. Elon Musk, Tesla criticized after opening Xinjiang showroom. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Biden to address American public on Omicron variant as COVID cases soar, live updates. AP Top Stories January 4th. A look at the most anticipated musical tours of 2022. On this day, January 4, 2011. Former Theranos CEO convicted of fraud, conspiracy. 5 dead, nearly 850K without power as fierce storm lashes south, mid-Atlantic with heavy snow. Not 2020 again? Tell that to parents where COVID cases, test shortages are closing schools. New book on the Hollywood Walk of Fame meant to inspire. Winter storm dumps heavy snow along East Coast, snarling travel and closing schools. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Several Southern California beaches reopen after massive sewage spill. Newsom promised 6 million COVID tests for students, only half have arrived. Leo Carrillo State Park will be closed through January after flood damage. LA County sees delays in ambulance response to 911 calls as COVID-19 taxes hospitals. Riverside County Sheriff's deputy kills man authorities say was armed with rifle in Wildemar. Devin Nunes officially resigns from Congress, clearing way to helm Trump's social media company. LA Unified orders COVID testing before school resumes amid high Omicron anxiety. Assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez resigns from legislature to lead California Labor Federation. Man who targeted LA and OC Trader Joe's and string of robberies gets 21 years in prison. California lawmakers may stop tying K-12 schools funding to daily attendance. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Actress Emma Watson posts in solidarity of Palestine and gains ire of Israeli ambassador. Iran intentionally shot down flight PS-752 in an act of terrorism, Ontario court rules. China locks down Yuzhou, city of 1.2 million, after recording 3 COVID-19 cases. British Sikh Army officer becomes first woman of color to ski solo to the South Pole. The U.S. sets a new global daily record of over 1 million coronavirus cases. GM was America's largest automaker for nearly a century. It's about to be dethroned by Toyota. U.S. sets new global daily record of over 1 million virus cases. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman wants Turkey's president to stop bringing up the brutal killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Study confirms Southern Ocean is absorbing carbon, important buffer for greenhouse gas emissions. Jailed Hong Kong democracy activist Chao Hang-tung was found guilty on Tuesday of inciting residents to commemorate the Tiananmen crackdown, her second conviction over a chapter of China's past that is now being scrubbed in the finance hub. IOC's Dick Pound says COVID-19 is a real concern for Beijing 2022 but only a slim chance Winter Games will be cancelled or postponed. Ex-GlaxoSmithKline scientist admits stealing trade secrets for Chinese company. Russian businessman's Kremlin ties could prove intelligence gold mine for U.S., former official says. COVID-positive nurses are working in NSW hospitals due to severe staffing shortages. Mysterious neurodegenerative disease in New Brunswick identified as similar to Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. The next headlines are from Forbes. Ford plans to nearly double output of Hawk F-150 Lightning to 150,000. Russia-Ukraine conflict, how Putin's manufactured crisis threatens U.S. security. Cargo bikes reshaping streets in car-centric Germany. China locks down city of 1.2 million people after 3 COVID cases amid zero COVID strategy before Olympics. Volta commercial electric truck to be guided by unique no-address app. Retail's Next Frontiers, a strategic guide to 2022. Australia faces deluge of Omicron cases and hospitalizations as it sticks to living with COVID strategy. UK AOK, streaming booms for Britain's record labels, but artists feel increasingly disenfranchised. Why antitrust regulators could reasonably block Fanatics from acquiring Topps trading cards. Ja Morant and Memphis Grizzlies make their case for elite status as Brooklyn Nets start slumping. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Push for ethical practices in geoscience fieldwork. Engaging with the science of fetal origins. Birth equity, U.S. Supreme Court must support Black people. COVID-19, boost mental health resilience. Molecular biologists, let's reconnect with nature. 2 years of COVID-19 in Africa, lessons for the world. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,755,502,855 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Daniel Craig, Barbara Broccoli, Paul Greengrass lead entertainment industry figures honored by the Queen. Around the world in 80 days, producer Federation Entertainment acquires majority stake in France's Robin & Company. MM2's Singapore cinema sale collapses as investor blames Omicron impact. Mass hypnosis screenings planned for 2022 Taiwan Film Festival. Hong Kong box office rebounds strongly in 2021, but outlook remains uncertain. Les Chaussures de Louis wins 2021 View Award Grand Prize. Elizabeth Holmes found guilty on 4 fraud counts in fairness trial. Spider-Man spin-off Morbius delays release date by 3 months. St. Vincent on making room for Daddy and taking her 70s-inspired sound on tour in 2021. Kanye West begins work on Donda 2, his first sequel album. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Activists urge Tesla to close its new Xinjiang showroom. Western Wall prayer site's future is in doubt under Israel's fragile government. Thousands of airline passengers are stranded, here's what to do if you're one of them. First Cambodian-American mayor in U.S. takes office. Teachers are on the front lines in January 6th culture war. Congress doctor urges lawmakers to work remotely and upgrade masks as Omicron rages. Elizabeth Holmes verdict, former Theranos CEO is found guilty on 4 counts. Texas officials put the final death toll from last year's winter storm at 246. Officials are determined to keep schools open, despite Omicron. Elizabeth Holmes trial, jury is deadlocked on 3 of 11 fraud charges. The following headlines are from The Week. The NFT craze has stopped being funny. How to rise above the partisan fray. CDC's Walensky explains the new 5-day COVID isolation advisory, Omicron severity to Stephen Colbert. Colorado fire investigators are focusing on a Christian fundamentalist sect called 12 Tribes. Late-night hosts joke about Marjorie Taylor Greene's Twitter ban, Andy Cohen's angry drunk New Year's rant. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes found guilty of 4 of 11 counts, faces likely prison term. Unsealed Epstein settlement leaves lawsuit against Prince Andrew likely to proceed, says Jufrey lawyer. Marjorie Taylor Greene slams Facebook for 24-hour suspension, this is beyond censorship. Children's book publisher claims anti-American bias after Facebook disables account. Snowstorm leaves 500,000 without power in Maryland and Virginia. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. A boom of strip club lawsuits in Texas. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, January 4th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The next news is from Politico. Iran nuclear talks resume, but time is running out to strike a deal. Brexit Britain at 1, here's what we've learned. EU flag is collateral damage as French presidential campaign heats up. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn, here's who's winning and losing. Hundreds of crimes, little punishment, inside the sentences since the Capitol attack. Biden wants schools to remain open, the Omicron surge could foil his plans. Why Department of Justice is avoiding domestic terrorism sentences for January 6 defendants. Close the loopholes, the Pentagon's next front in its hunt for extremists. Amazon and Google deploy their armies to thwart antitrust bills. Bobby Rush to relinquish 30-year hold on House seat. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Exemption permission, Novak Djokovic to play in Australian Open. Blood on their hands, vulnerable communities fall victim to COVID-19. Your mask will be the making of you. Australian ATP Cup hopes hang by thread as Medvedev thumbs de Minaur. Lorne peer-to-pub moves online due to developing COVID situation. QLD Health stuck in a catch-22, with staff who can either treat or test. Beijing pleads with Australians to support Winter Olympics. Storm clouds gathering for Sydney and Melbourne property markets. Hundreds of NSW childcare centers shut due to COVID. Cummins delighted as bulldozer bowler won't be a one-test wonder. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Deep dive, these 12 dividend aristocrat stocks have been the best income compounders over 5 years. Brett Aarons is raw, big pension funds dumped the wrong things last year, as usual. Deep dive, Tesla beat Bitcoin over the past year, so did 124 other stocks in the S&P 500. We have to be agile, school closures rise again as more teachers and students test positive for Omicron. This investing legend has been predicting surprises for the last 37 years. Here's how he did last year, and what he's predicting now. Kelley Blue Book, the 2022 BMW 7 Series, plush, indulgent, and poised. Best of all, it's extremely fast. NerdWallet, why it might not be as easy as you think to switch jobs or change careers right now. Next Avenue, this is what too much salt does to your body, and how you can cut back. Financial crime, retired bricklayer, elderly blind man among victims in $630K inheritance scam. Dow Jones Newswires, China approves new cybersecurity algorithm rules to reign in tech sector. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Legally speaking, artificial intelligence is not even close to human intelligence, Analytics India magazine. This 1948 Palais Royal camper lets you travel through time with style, Gizmodo Australia. Nobel laureates and their patent series won Irving Langmuir, Lexology. Myrna Patent and Competitive Landscape, 2021 Year in Review and 2022 Outlook, J.D. Supra. Goss IP, December 2021, HFG Law and Intellectual Property Newsletter, Intellectual Property, China, Mondac News Alerts. NRX Pharmaceuticals files provisional patent for stable compositions of Aviptidal suitable for human use, Yahoo Finance. Full federal court decides patent eligibility of risk management software invention cannot be cured by amendment, Intellectual Property, Australia, Mondac News Alerts. Use margin rights to prevent prostate cancer drug price gouging, Stat. Can you patent an idea? Get the facts, Intellectual Property, Luxembourg, Mondac News Alerts. Acacia Research announces patent licensing agreement on Wi-Fi 6 technology with Samsung, Intellectual Property, India, Mondac News Alerts. The next headlines are from Quartz. Elizabeth Holmes convicted. How you could have turned $1,000 into $1.3 trillion by perfectly trading the S&P 500 in 2021. India's third wave of COVID is here. Tesla is opening a showroom in China's controversial Xinjiang region. Your old BlackBerry will stop working on January 4th. The economy in 2022. Germany's exit from nuclear energy will make its power dirtier and more expensive. What inflation will look like in 2022. The wild cards that could shock the economy in 2022. What to expect from the pandemic in 2022. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. 10th Circuit denies qualified immunity to social worker who fabricated a mother's confession of child abuse. C-Hub's creator thinks academic publishers, not her site, are the real threat to science, and says, any law against knowledge is fundamentally unjust. Federal court tells Proud Boys defendants that raiding the Capitol building isn't covered by the First Amendment. U.S. courts realizing they have a Judge Allen Albright-sized problem in Waco. Boston Police Department used forfeiture funds to hide purchase of surveillance tech from city reps. Daily Deal, the ultimate Microsoft Excel training bundle. NY Senator proposes ridiculously unconstitutional social media law that is the mirror opposite of equally unconstitutional laws in Florida and Texas. Telecom monopolies are exploiting crappy U.S. broadband maps to block community broadband grant requests. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Prince Andrew. Tristan Thompson. Purdue basketball. Ben Roethlisberger. AOC. Clayton Bachelor. Florona. Caleb Williams. Theranos. Jalen Hurts. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. China's latest COVID outbreak spreads to 2 new cities including home of world's largest port. All new cars sold in EU to be fitted with data recording black box. 2 Nordea strategists suspended for questioning vaccines and criticizing lockdownistas. Britain gets cold weather warning after record-breaking seasonal highs. Man charged with arson over blaze at South Africa Parliament. UK government greases skids for fleets of surveillance drones over cities. The Big Lie and the Elastic Truth, How to Invent a Coup. Suicide drones marked with Soleimani's revenge on wings attack US base in Iraq. Race-based COVID-19 treatment violates federal law. Business is very good. Let's go. Brandon store chain expands as Biden's approval rating plunges. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Emma Watson voices support for Palestinians, angers Israel envoys. UK, COVID disrupts public life again, but symptoms less severe. Beijing meets national air quality standards for first time. A month from Winter Olympics, Beijing seals off Games bubble. Drone attack on Iraq base foiled, second one in 24 hours, coalition. Tesla criticized for opening showroom in China's Xinjiang region. Africa Parliament, second fire contained, suspect due in court. Defector who returned to Korea had a difficult life in Seoul. Palestinian prisoners launch boycott of Israeli military courts. Jailed activist Rami Shah off to be freed from Egypt detention. The next headlines are from Breitbart. DeSantis, Feds being scarce with monoclonal antibody distribution is leading to people dying. MSNBC's read, selfish white Christian conservatives think America was built for them. Ted Cruz, GOP-led House could seek Biden impeachment. Alex Marlow, TikTok is a Chinese weapon pointed at American kids to distract them. Sandra Garza, Trump is 100% responsible for January 6th, he needs to be in prison. U.S. ranchers offered aid as Biden reserves largest protections for corporate meat packers. Mayor Adams defies teachers' unions, will keep NYC schools open. Triple vaccinated Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin positive for coronavirus. Schumer, new Republican Party under Trump viciously against voting rights. Chuck Schumer, Senate must advance systemic reforms due to January 6th. The next headlines are from UPI News. $250 lottery win leads to $1 New Year's Eve jackpot for NC man. Sanitation workers search through trash to find lost wallet in UAE. NHL fan receives $10K scholarship after alerting Canucks employee to melanoma. Watch, thieving coconut crab snips through golfer's club on Christmas Island. Titans employees recover wedding ring fan lost in stands. Watch, Colorado skiers rescue dog carried away by avalanche. Minnesota brothers break own Guinness record for flying disc catches. Watch, Louisiana man wrangle alligator spotted under parked car. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Scientists digitally unwrap Pharaoh Amenhotep mummy, while leaving 3,000-year-old artifact untouched. Additional reasons electric vehicles are green, according to Yale researchers. Chinese method for growing veggies year-round in frigid Canada really works and has no heating costs. 7 lost artistic masterpieces that were found in 2021. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, January 4th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Man dies after breaking his neck trying to jump ticket barrier in New York subway. I saw a big set of white teeth coming towards me. The people who survived terrifying wild animal attacks. How does it feel to fight off a predator in the wild? And what effect does it have on your life? 5 people, who live to tell the tale, explain. Pabst Blue Ribbon deletes tweets about eating ass, saying they were in poor judgment. Ryan Reynolds taunts Disney with Winnie the Screwed ad as copyright battles heat up. Big potato statue cut down by vandals in village in Cyprus. Vax, sheep and goats form a giant syringe to encourage people to get the jab. No beach weather, Florida Panhandle gets snow dusting. Holy cow, video shows large bovine charging at CHP officer on rural NorCal road. Little Caesars hot and ready pizza no longer costs $5. Man blows up his Tesla rather than paying $22K to repair it. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Apple's now worth $3 trillion, and half could be thanks to its services bees. 5 designer shortcuts to help your new startup prioritize brand work. Leak, Samsung's S22 Ultra is the new Galaxy Note, and I'm here for it. Scientists say social interaction is the dark matter of AI. A Hyundai is now an air purifier, and 3 other ways car parts are getting a second life. Samsung's fantastic solar remote can now charge using radio waves. What? Fingers crossed, the AirPods Pro 2 could deliver sweet lossless audio to your ear holes. Don't let shrinkflation affect your software development. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Bringing the sun into the lab. Lymphoma cell metabolism may provide new cancer target. Choline during pregnancy impacts children's sustained attention. When mom talks, are infants with ASD listening? Anthropologists study the energetics of uniquely human subsistence strategies. COVID-19 patients have severely increased levels of oxidative stress and oxidant damage, and glutathione deficiency, study finds. Researchers develop a model of yeast nuclear pore complex. New method to complete genetic data. More insight into how vision works. Study finds reduced microbial diversity in guts of wild bears that eat human food. The next headlines are from Information Week. DevOps or DevOps? Work from home, a year in review. Reliance on cloud requires greater resilience among providers. Combating ransomware for a new era of work. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, January 4th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Mercedes-Benz boasts 620-mile range for its latest EV concept. U.S. sets global daily record of over 1 million COVID-19 cases. An Apple HomeKit bug can send iOS devices into a death spiral. People have been having less sex. Chinese fusion reactor maintains 70 million degrees Celsius for more than 17 minutes. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes found guilty. Bowie estate sells songwriting catalog to Warner Music. 5 of world's most powerful nations pledge to avoid nuclear war. Over 140,000 gaming firms close as China continues new license freeze. Samsung's new TV remote uses radio waves from your router to stay charged. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Car crashes into Midtown Raising Cane's Tuesday morning. St. Louis restaurants face renewed COVID challenges amid latest surge. Domestic violence shooting in St. Louis adds to growing concerns. Winning numbers drawn for $540 million Powerball jackpot. St. Louis elementary school goes virtual due to COVID, staffing issues. Mayors blessed Governor Parsons' decision to end COVID-19 state of emergency. Hundreds line up for COVID testing at St. Clair Square Mall. Jefferson County announces record number of COVID-19 cases. Experts explain how best to view the quadrantid meteor shower. Fairview Heights police warn pop-up COVID testing site may be a scam. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Rady Children's Hospital, avoid emergency room for mild COVID cases, testing needs. More than 130 San Diego firefighters out due to COVID-19, prompting emergency brownout. Marine officer faces discharge over deadly training mishap. Man denies charges in South Bay double murder of family members. Ex-real estate agent described as prolific fraudster sentenced to prison. Local leaders condemn racist, homophobic slurs painted on North County High School. Districts grapple with concerns of COVID spread as at-home test kits don't arrive in time. Man killed after being pushed in front of a train in Old Town identified. Former Theranos CEO Holmes guilty of fraud and conspiracy. Police investigate string of car fires in Mira Mesa. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Egypt, Algeria, Indonesia reject Su-35 fighter jet deals with Russia. Boeing nabs $471 for Japanese Super Interceptor program. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. In the China-Laos Railway, Beijing reveals its designs for Southeast Asia. Citizen News becomes latest Hong Kong news site to close down. Xi'an COVID lockdown, growing frustration over food shortages and official mismanagement. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. White House announces $1 billion plan to address increases in meat prices. COVID-positive healthcare employees called into work in Rhode Island. Missing 7-year-old girl hasn't been seen in 2 years, police discover. Experts explain how best to view the quadrantid meteor shower. Whataburger reveals new ketchup flavor. Man's deadly, undiagnosed 9-inch blood clot provokes call to close wrongful death loophole. What is Flurona and how common is it? Sticker shock, average used car price is $29,000, and buyers are aghast. 2021 taxes, IRS deadline back in April despite pandemic. Woman killed in mall parking garage was shot in back of neck, coroner. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Mitchell scores 29, Jazz top Pelicans 115-104. NFL finale is showdown for playoffs, Chargers at Raiders. Asian shares mixed, oil gains after rally on Wall Street. Family of 5 to family of 8, community is helping Palatine parents with their wild triplets ride. Nets hopeful Irving can debut Wednesday against Pacers. Cook County Medical Examiner, gun-related homicides broke records in 2021. Rush won't seek 16th term in Congress. 5 U46 schools will be closed Tuesday because of staffing shortages. Former Arlington Heights trustee remembered for support of downtown growth. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Famed Seattle spots, what they once were and what's there today. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.1 m, depth 10 km, in northern Mid-Atlantic Ridge April 1, 2022, 3:18 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Green forest fire alert in Central African Republic. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Syria, Turkey. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, January 4th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Why are so many vaccinated people getting COVID-19 lately? What you need to know. End of an era, classic BlackBerry phones will stop working January 4th. Powerball jackpot jumps to $575 for Wednesday's drawing after no winners Monday. AT&T, Verizon agree to postpone 5G rollout near airports by 2 weeks. Frosty start, warm up on the way. Betty White died in her sleep due to natural causes, her agent told ABC News. We pray for peace, Vickle honors 15-year-old girl found at Baytown Park shot to death. After meeting The Bachelor Clayton, one woman says she hates him on night 1. American dream elusive as ever for migrants crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. Will Houston area events be canceled due to rising COVID infections? The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Health Minister reveals possible infection track of local cases. Sudan pro-democracy groups call for mass anti-coup protests. Germany's Steinmeier on course for second term as president. Hive updates, Germany relaxes restrictions on 8 nations. Global shares mostly higher after Wall Street rally. Analysis, Zach Taylor's fearless gamble pays off for Bengals. Number 25 Texas Tech dives into Big 12 play with 2 ranked foes. Conditions hard for 13 million under China virus lockdown. What will Silicon Valley learn from Holmes' conviction? The following headlines are from The Gothamist. NYC had most deaths since 1970s, fewest births ever in first pandemic year. Extra, bro, do you even wordler? City employees press Adams for work from home option after de Blasio refused. Murphy has no plans to shut schools as COVID cases, hospitalizations soar. New York's independent redistricting process reaches gridlock. We are going to keep our schools open, Adams promises as COVID cases shatter records. Early edition, the show must go on for Broadway understudies amidst COVID outbreak. NYC must provide separate housing for trans people and homeless shelters under new settlement. City officials tell New Yorkers to prepare for a snowy Monday morning commute. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Ecstasy as Zimbabwe's smallholder farmers secure European pineapple market. Journalists who faced relentless, targeted attacks, 293 in prison in 2021. UN's overall development agenda at risk as the coronavirus pandemic escalates. Once tossed and abused, human trafficking survivor finds solace. Special Representative regrets resignation of Sudan's Prime Minister. Why does Yangtze River have its own protection law? From the field, picturing a thirsty earth. First person, the entrepreneur helping Middle Eastern women enter the digital economy. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Joe Rogan joins GETTR in anticipation of censorship on Twitter getting even dumber. Los Angeles public schools canceled their vaccine mandate after 30,000 kids were not complying. Inflation in Turkey explodes to 36.1%, blowing away estimates, as hyperinflation sets in. Wall Street deal-making tops $5.8 trillion in record year as Fed floods world with money. Facebook locks out Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Facebook has joined Twitter in censoring me. Mass formation psychosis admittedly used by governments as tool of population control. New car sold in the EU will be forced to record driving data. Jeffrey Epstein cut secret deal with Prince Andrew's rape accuser. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Viral prayer request exploits dead child, mother tells Facebook like farmers, go straight to hell. Did makers of Jumanji settle a $729 billion class action lawsuit? Elizabeth Holmes jury split on 3 of 11 fraud charges. Trump, Ivanka, Don Jr. subpoenaed by NY Attorney General. Did a woman carry a lion down the street? NASA's new space telescope hunky-dory after problems fixed. Did an orangutan try to fight a bulldozer raising a forest? Pentagon Chief Austin says he has tested positive for COVID. Twitter banned Rep Green's personal account for COVID claims. Ashley Babbitt a martyr, her past tells a more complex story. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Christian sect, burning shed focus of deadly Colorado fire investigation. Inside the Fed's hunt for hundreds of Capitol riot fugitives. Jim Gaffigan took on Trump, now he's skewering COVID and QAnon crazies in a new Netflix special. The big red flag under Kanye West's Democratic fig leaf. Taylor Swift's music label gives big to her political nemesis. Ultra MAGA gateway pundits bizarro feud with a January 6th rioter. The GOP abandons DC's courts as gun violence explodes. Does Trump dig vaccines because he's old and offline? Stephen Colbert unloads on Ivanka Trump for self-serving January 6th testimony. Peacemaker is a funnier, leaner and meaner Suicide Squad. The next headlines are from the New York Post. These celebrities will have an amazing 2022, according to astrology. NFL Power Rankings for Week 18, Bengals are the team nobody wants to face. Cold case murder victim a dead as New York woman. Islanders see upcoming schedule as blessing for us. Mississippi police officer finds son dead while responding to shooting. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Sky this month January 2022. Astronomer Amy Mainzer spent hours chatting with Leonardo DiCaprio for Netflix's Don't Look Up You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. NASA presses ahead with Space Telescope's Sunshield deployment. NASA launches $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope. It's a great day for planet Earth. 200-million-year-old dinosaur footprints discovered on beach. The following headlines are from military.com. Biden vows U.S. to act decisively if Russia invades Ukraine. Yemen rebel sees UAE ship, hackers hit Israeli newspaper. Seoul, North Korea defector likely made rare border crossing. Coalition, 2 armed drones shot down at Baghdad airport. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Chilean zoo jabs big cats, orangutan against COVID-19. Dutch cow farmers face tough climate choices. NASA estimates metrics of exploding meteor that shook ground. Computer model of blood enzyme may lead to new drugs for cardiovascular disease. A starfish-shaped soft robot that creeps, changes its color, and self-heals broken parts. Scientists reveal the genetic basis of mitochondrial diseases. Astronomers find mysterious dusty object orbiting a star. New research finds way to scrub carbon dioxide from factory emissions, make useful products. Predator interactions chiefly determine where Prochlorococcus microbes thrive. Researchers gain insights into how ultra-small bacteria from the environment have adapted to live inside humans. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, January 4th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. 5 natural ways you can improve your memory. Why do cats purr? The science of forming healthy habits. Brain scientists probe the mechanisms behind self-identity. The 10 best dog foods. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Landslide in southwestern China kills 14 people, injures 3. Police, 3 killed after SUV crashes into back of snowplow. Eastern Conference rookie showing plenty of promise so far. A surge of evangelicals in Spain, fueled by Latin Americans. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bridge, January 4th, 2022. Word Game, January 4th, 2022. Horoscopes, January 4th, 2022. June. Diane Raphael, eliminate what's no longer needed, and simplify your life. Ask Amy, I cannot shake this vibe about my best friend. Harriet Cole, he behaves just like the man he's always bad-mouthing. Miss Manners, would this be over the top for a condolence letter? Top 10 live casinos to stream real dealer casino games to your home. Dear Abby, she's dragging me back into my childhood nightmare. Redwood City man charged with attempted murder. Man injured in downtown Oakland shooting. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Ted Cruz, multiple grounds to consider for Joe Biden impeachment if GOP wins House. AT&T, Verizon delay 5G service after Pete Buttigieg request. Rep. Bobby Rush won't seek re-election. Federal court sides with Navy SEALs seeking religious exemption to COVID-19 vaccination order. Amanda Chase ends bid for Congress in Virginia. Merrick Garland to give update on Department of Justice efforts to charge January 6 Capitol rioters. Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos founder, guilty of conspiracy and fraud. Judge orders charges dropped against Jeffrey Epstein jail guards. Even with COVID-19, Lockheed Martin exceeds 2021 F-35 production goal. Inside the Beltway, Donald Trump January 6 press conference stirs media curiosity. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Capitol rioter admits false statements to FBI, but prosecutors haven't charged him with a felony. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Menu planner, keep it simple and tasty with pot roast soup. Senator Dick Durbin endorses Anna Valencia for Illinois Secretary of State. 1 killed, 1 wounded, in shootings Monday in Chicago. Horoscope for Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Coach Billy Donovan returns to see Bulls win 8th straight. These Bulls have a chance to be special. Rep. Bobby Rush to retire after 15 terms. COVID-fueled uncertainty returns to CPS as union considers labor action, district bungles testing plan. 13-year-old boy dies after he was found shot in Fuller Park home. Bradley officer pleaded for life before man allegedly fatally shot her with their own gun, prosecutors. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Gadgets Now Awards, vote for your favorite audio device of 2021. Zahir Khan on the Indian pace bowling attack. Bully by app case, Belarus student held, another detained. What are the COVID-19 variants present in India? Beautiful heritage hotels under Rs 10,000. This hacker attack can make your Apple iPhone unusable. Stampede at Congress Marathon, girls hurt. Weekend curfew imposed in Delhi, all you need to know. France detects new COVID variant IHU, 12 infected. Lockdown spurs angst in Chinese city of Xi'an. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Blues band GA20 howls about the Hound. David Culley likely to return to Texans for another season in 2022. Preview, Donald Rawlings at Houston Improv. Crazy dog brings Korean corn dogs to Cyprus. Opinion, Patton Oswalt hurts a lot of people when he defends his friendship with Dave Chappelle. Rockets Porter, would face different future after outbursts. NFL Week 17, 49ers 23, Texans 7. Preview, 2022 movies. Particular Brilliance, A.M. Elamine. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. The next headlines are about world records making news. 1 month to the 2022 Beijing Games, 15 Winter Olympians to watch, The Guardian. US sets world daily record of over 1 million COVID cases, NDTV. Ayush Ministry launches Surya Namaskar Challenger, aims world record, India TV News. Woman from India pulls vehicle by hair, creates world record, watch, Hindustan Times. Year in review, rock painting woman helps set new and unusual world record, The Sarnia Journal. Brit Emma Tim is closing in on new world record for running length of NZ, Stuff Co NZ. World Record Academy's 2021 Athlete of the Year, 4-time world record holder Calvin Meese, World Record Academy. Teen pilot on round the world journey slowed by frigid weather, UPI News. Kane Tanaka, born in 1903 and world's oldest person, celebrates 119th birthday in nursing home, USA Today. U.S. Speed Skating Olympic Trials Preview, how to watch Team USA's top long track stars, WDIV click on Detroit. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Anti-vaxxers spread lies online about Betty White's death. LG's 2022 TVs promise to fix one of ALT's biggest downfalls. Samsung's Galaxy S21 FE remixes the S21's best features for cheaper. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes found guilty of so many crimes. Jabra's affordable new fitness earbuds might be worth the trade-offs. Withings new smart scale can measure your individual body parts. Mann's new smart faucets can be controlled entirely with gestures. OnePlus just teased the OnePlus 10 Pro, and it has a very Samsung look. Netgear has a new, slightly cheaper Wi-Fi 6E router. Turns out the Nintendo Game Boy is the worst possible way to watch movies. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Paraburdoo in Australia at 114.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 46 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ekayachchayu in Russia at minus 68.08 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. AT&T and Verizon back down in standoff with FAA, agreed to 5G delay, updated. The hunt is on for a new Eden and Snappy S3 trailer. Elizabeth Holmes found guilty on 4 of 11 charges. Digitally unwrapping Amenhotep's mummy shows Pharaoh died around age 35. Microsoft fixes harebrained Y2K22 exchange bug that disrupted email worldwide. Reminder, donate to win swag in our annual charity drive sweepstakes, updated. Apple becomes first $3 trillion company after boost from pandemic demand. Backwards capacitor causes fiery failure for some high-end Asus motherboards. Samsung's 2022 TVs get 144Hz support and a built-in NFT marketplace. Jury in Elizabeth Holmes trial deadlocked on 3 of 11 counts. The following headlines are from Raw Story. The privilege log from Giuliani. Bernard Kerik has embarrassing typos and shocking revelations, reporter. Rachel Maddow, will the Republican Party pay for Ivanka and Don Jr.'s legal fees too? No such thing as father-son privilege, legal analyst demolishes Trump's latest gambit to block subpoenas. How an anti-vaxxer was radicalized into a Proud Boys friend and then a Trump insurrectionist. You don't really believe that? CNN reporter stunned by Trump supporters' January 6 conspiracy theories. Jordan Klepper describes mob mentality of MAGA crowds when he interviews them at Trump rallies. Elizabeth Holmes will get at least a decade behind bars based on the losses she caused, CNN's Ellie Honig. Trump's Texas audit falls apart, forensic probe finds no substantial evidence of voter fraud. Melania Trump promotes Bitcoin from her official account, days after her husband suggests crypto is a scam. NYAG Letitia James responds to Ivanka Trump and Don Jr. saying they'll defy her subpoena. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The year our climate crisis got even more real. New York subpoenas Trump kids and probe of family business. They say they won't comply. Chuck Schumer just announced a major potential vote on the future of the filibuster. A key reason January 6 rioters aren't facing sedition charges, they're white. Desperate patients are shelling out thousands for a long COVID cure. Is it for real? The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. The week of January 3, 2022, for your information, Science Policy News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Caltech, 7 Caltech faculty are principal investigators on midbrain grants, India Education Diary. Exorcise can ease anxiety symptoms, study finds, today. BNZ blinded sound 818-328, blinded by sound. Autism can be identified as early as baby's first year, Israel 21c. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Blinded sound 570-993-3977, blinded by sound. Blinded sound 801, blinded by sound. 2 blinded sound 716-990, blinded by sound. DG blinded sound 585-423, blinded by sound. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, January 4, 2022 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFOs UAP, tell the truth, say military veterans. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, January 4, 2022. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. Newsite is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by Newsite. All rights reserved.